So the next definition is a recurrence relation is called homogeneous if it contains no term that depends only on the variable n. A recurrence relation that is not homogeneous is said to be non-homogeneous or inhomogeneous. Thus, for a recurrence to be called homogeneous, every term defining the recurrence must be contain at least one of the preceding terms, that is the previous term of the sequence. Let us see some examples of non-homogeneous and homogeneous recurrence relations. So the first example is n is equal to 3a n minus 1 plus n square. In that given recurrence relation equation, the value of n is not, that is the variable n is not given, therefore 3a n minus 1. So firstly we find the order. The an value is depend on only one variable an minus 1, therefore order of this recurrence relation is 1. And to find the degree, we know that the degree of this recurrence relation is, in that the first 3an minus 1, let us consider this term is x. So x raised to power 1, therefore degree is 1. Then this given relation is homogeneous or non-homogeneous, let us check. So firstly, we see the definition of homogeneous recurrence relation. In that we see if it contains no term that depends only on variable n, then this is called homogeneous recurrence relation. So in that given recurrence relation, there is a term depends on n square, therefore it is a non-homogeneous recurrence relation equation. Similarly, in second example, n is equal to na n minus 2. So in this given example, n value is depend on this n variable, therefore this is also a non-homogeneous recurrence relation equation. And in that equation, we calculate the order. N value is depend on n minus 2, therefore the order of this recurrence relation is 2. And to find out the degree of this recurrence relation, the n value is equal to n into n minus 2. Let us consider n into an minus 2 as x. Therefore x raised to 1, therefore the degree is 1. Then the third example, n is equal to square root of n minus 1 plus a n minus 2 square. In that given equation, n value is not depend on any n variable, therefore it is a homogeneous recurrence relation equation. Then let us check this is a polynomial equation or not. We see that this is a raised to power 1 upon 2. Square root means a raised to power 1 upon 2 means fractional number. Therefore, there has no degree. Then the order of the recurrence relation is n depends on two variables, an minus 1 and an minus 2. Therefore, order of the recurrence relation is 2. Then in the next example, n is equal to n minus 1 plus an minus 2 up to a0. In that given equation, n variable value is not depend on any n variable, therefore it is also a homogeneous recurrence relation equation. And in that type of equation, no order is defined, but degree x plus x plus x, that is x raised to power 1, therefore degree is 1. Then in the fifth example, it is also a homogeneous equation because the n term is not present in that equation. Therefore order is x into x into x, therefore x cube. Therefore degree of this recurrence relation is 3 and order is depend on 4 terms, therefore order is 4. In last example, this given equation is a non-homogeneous because the value of n is depend on this n term, therefore it is a non-homogeneous recurrence relation equation. And in that example, there is no order and no degree. Let us see next concept in recurrence relation. Next concept is, we say that a kth order recurrence relation is a recurrence relation with the initial conditions provided one or more of the k values a0, a1 up to ak minus 1 are known. Next definition is, a function f of n is said to be a general solution to the recurrence relation if it satisfies the recurrence equation. A function g of n is said to be the particular solution to a recurrence relation if it satisfies the recurrence equation and together with the initial conditions. What is means f of n function? If a f of n is said to be a general solution, then it satisfies the condition of recurrence relation equation. And what is means the g of n function, that is a particular solution? If your given recurrence relation satisfies the recurrence relation equation and also with the initial condition equation, then this function g of n is called particular solution of this given recurrence relation equation. To understand this concept, let us see some examples. That is an is equal to c plus n. That is the an is equal to c plus n is a general solution of the given recurrence relation equation. If the given initial condition is a0 is equal to value given is 0, then the particular solution of this given recurrence relation equation is n is equal to n. Then we see next concept in recurrence relation, 3 recurrent problems. So the first recurrent problem is rabbits and Fibonacci problem. Having heard of the problem of breeding rabbits, that is the production of rabbits, this was originally posed by Leonardo di Pisa, also known as Fibonacci. The problem is following. One pair of rabbits, that is one male and one female rabbit, are left on island. These rabbits begin breeding at the end of 2 months and produce a pair of rabbits of opposite sex, that is one male and one female, at the end of each month thereafter. So we have to find out the number of pairs of rabbits after n months. So let us consider fn is a function to denote the number of pairs of rabbits after n months. In that given diagram, first column is months column, second column is reproducing pairs column of rabbits, and third column is young pairs of rabbits. So firstly we calculate pairs of rabbit after 1 month. So it is denoted by f1 function. F1 is equal to, in first month pair of rabbits as it is 2 pairs, therefore pair of rabbit is 1. Similarly, pairs after the second month, that is f2 function is equal to, in second month also 2 rabbits are present, therefore f2 is also equal to 1. Then we calculate the pairs after the 3 month. That is f3 function is equal to number of pairs after 2 months plus number of pairs born in third month. Because we know that in question the end of 2 months breeding process is starting. Means 2 new pairs of rabbits are generated. Therefore, firstly old 1 pair and 1 new pair, that is the total 2 pairs are produced after the 3 months. Similarly, after the 4 months, f4 is equal to value is f3 plus f2. Means f3 answer is 2 pairs and f2 answer is 1 pair. Means after 4 months, number of rabbits pairs are 3. Similarly, after n months, number of rabbits will be fn function is equal to fn minus 1 plus fn minus 2, that is for n greater than is equal to 3. And this is a recurrence relation equation for rabbits and Fibonacci problem of recurrence equation. Then let us see some example. Using induction, verify that square root of 5 fn is equal to 1 plus square root of 5 divided by 2 raised to power n minus 1 minus square root of 5 divided by 2 raised to power n for n greater than is equal to 1. So let us see when the value of n is equal to 1, what is answer? Square root of 5 as it is, put the value of n as 1, then f1 is equal to, as it is 1 plus square root of 5 divided by 2 raised to power 1 minus 1 minus square root of 5 divided by 2 raised to power 1. Then same as it is, next term is given, then square root of 5 f1 is equal to, just add these two terms, 1 plus square root of 5 minus as it is, 1 as it is, minus minus plus square root of 5 and divided by 2, just commonly write this. Then square root of 5 f1 is equal to, plus 1 and minus 1 is cancelled, 1 root 5 plus 1 root 5 is answer 2 root 5 divided by 2 as it is. 2 cancels and f1 answer is 1. Therefore, f1 function is equal to 1. Answer is given. Then let us check for n is equal to 2 value. Then the given equation is square root of 5 f2 is equal to 1 plus square root of 5 divided by 2 square minus 1 minus square root of 5 divided by 2 square. Let us solve this next equation. A square, this term consider as a and this term consider as b. So we know that the a square minus b square formula. Using this formula, a square minus b square is equal to a plus b into a minus b. So we can write this using this formula, 1 plus square root of 5 divided by 2 plus 1 minus square root of 5 divided by 2, then into multiply by 1 plus square root of 5 divided by 2 minus 1 minus square root of 5 divided by 2, means a plus b into a minus b. Then just we add these two terms and these two terms, then 1 plus 1 answer is 2 and plus square root of 5 minus square root of 5 is cancelled. 2 divided by 2 answer is 1. Then second bracket plus 1 minus 1 terms are cancelled and 1 root 5 plus 1 root 5 answer is 2 root 5 divided by 2 as it is. 2 term, upper 2 term and lower 2 term is cancelled. Then f2 value is also 1. Therefore f2 answer is also equal to 1. So let us consider first value in equation 1 plus square root of 5 divided by 2 is alpha and beta is equal to 1 minus square root of 5 divided by 2. Then the polynomial function p of x is equal to x minus alpha into x minus beta. Let us multiply these two equations, x minus alpha into x minus beta. We get the equation x square minus beta x minus alpha x plus alpha into beta. X square as it is minus as it is. Let us put value of beta in the place of beta, 1 minus square root of 5 divided by 2, x as it is multiplication state, minus put the value of alpha at the place of alpha, 1 plus square root of 5 divided by 2 into x plus alpha into beta, means alpha's value multiplied by beta's. P of x polynomial function is equal to x square minus 1x plus minus 1. Plus minus answer is minus, therefore p of x polynomial function is x square minus x minus 1. Then the factors are p of alpha is equal to 0 and p of beta is equal to 0. Then put the value of x is equal to alpha and put the value of x is equal to beta. Then we get the equation alpha square minus alpha minus 1 is equal to 0 and beta square minus beta minus 1 is equal to 0. In this given equation, we get this equation alpha square is equal to minus alpha, in the right hand side sign change alpha minus 1 sign change plus 1. Same as it is beta square is equal to value we get beta plus 1. So these two terms is called equation 1. In next step, induction hypothesis, let result is true for 1, 2 up to n minus 1, where n greater than is equal to 3. To prove result is true for n terms, consider for n is equal to 3. So we know the Fibonacci relation equation in first lecture, fn is equal to fn minus 1 plus fn minus 2. So using this Fibonacci relation equation, we find out the answer of this given recurrence relation equation. Our equation is square root of 5 fn is equal to 1 plus square root of 5 divided by 2 raised to power n minus 1 minus square root of 5 divided by 2 raised to power n. So the 1 plus square root of 5 divided by 2, we put the value of 1 plus square root of 5 divided by 2 as alpha and 1 minus square root of 5 divided by 2 as beta. Then we get the next term is alpha raised to n minus 1 minus beta raised to n minus 1 plus alpha raised to n minus 2 minus beta raised to n minus 2 using by induction hypothesis concept. Then just we remove the bracket and just write down the step as it is. Next, in these both terms, alpha raised to n minus 1 and alpha raised to n minus 2, we just common get alpha raised to n minus 2. Then when we write alpha raised to n minus 2, remaining term is only alpha plus alpha raised to n minus 2 is common, then only 1 is remaining. Same as it is beta raised to n minus 2 in bracket beta plus 1 we write. Then alpha raised to n minus 2 as it is. From equation 1 we know the alpha plus 1 value is alpha square and beta plus 1 value is beta square. So put this equation. Then alpha raised to n minus 2 and alpha raised to square. Base is same, therefore n minus 2 plus 2. Then minus 2 plus 2 is cancelled and next term is alpha raised to n and same as it is minus beta raised to n. Next recurrent problem is the Tower of Hanoi problem. This problem was invented by the French mathematician Edouard Lucas in 1883. We are given a tower of 8 discs initially stacked in decreasing order of size on one of the 3 pegs. तुमच्याकडे 3 पोल्स दिलेले आहेत गिवन आणि तुमच्याकडे n नंबर ऑफ प्लेट्स आहेत. आता हा जो नंबर 1 पोल आहे याच्यामधून या n नंबर ऑफ प्लेट्स तुम्हाला 3 नंबरच्या पोलमध्ये काय करायचे आहेत, प्लेस करायचे आहेत. पण त्या ऑर्डर कशी ठेवायची आहे की तुमचे जे प्लेट्स आहेत त्याच्यामध्ये डिक्रीजिंग ऑर्डरमध्ये प्लेट्स तुम्हाला अरेंज करायचे. रूल्स आहेत तुमचा पहिला की 1 प्लेट पर मूव. एका मूवमध्ये तुम्ही एकच प्लेट मूव करू शकता आणि अ बिगर प्लेट इज नेवर डाऊन. म्हणजे तुमची जी बिगर प्लेट आहे ती सगळ्यात शेवटी आली पाहिजे, त्याच्यावरती त्याच्यापेक्षा छोटी अजून वरती, अशा डिक्रीजिंग ऑर्डरमध्ये तुम्हाला प्लेट अरेंज करायच्या. मग त्या करण्यासाठी जर n नंबर ऑफ प्लेट्स तुम्हाला अरेंज करायचे असतील 1 पोलमधून 3rd पोलमध्ये तर ते कसे करणार आहात, युझिंग रिकरन्स रिलेशन इक्वेशन हे आपण बघणार आहोत. सो फर्स्टली रिकर्सिव्ह फॉर्म्युला फॉर n इज इक्वल टू 1. फर्स्टली वी विल कन्सिडर ओनली 1 प्लेट ऑन द फर्स्ट पोल. आपण कन्सिडर करूया की पहिल्या पोलमध्ये फक्त एकच प्लेट आहे. देन वी विल जस्ट मूव द फर्स्ट प्लेट टू द 3rd पोल. जर तुमच्याकडे एकच प्लेट असेल तर तुम्ही फर्स्ट पोलमधून ती 3rd पोलला मूव करा. म्हणजे तुम्ही नंबर ऑफ स्टेप किती करताय, एकच स्टेप केली आहे, त्यामुळे टी ऑफ एन ची व्हॅल्यू 1 असेल. एन म्हणजेच तुमचे नंबर ऑफ स्टेप्स असतील. देन कॅल्क्युलेट फॉर एन इज इक्वल टू 2 व्हॅल्यू. म्हणजे जर वी हॅव 2 प्लेट्स ऑन फर्स्ट पोल अँड वी आर ट्राईंग टू मूव बोथ प्लेट्स टू द 3rd पोल. म्हणजे तुमच्याकडे फर्स्ट पोलमध्ये 2 प्लेट्स आहेत आणि ते तुम्हाला मूव करायचे 3rd पोलमध्ये. तर तुम्ही कशा प्रकारे करू शकता, तर फर्स्ट स्टेपमध्ये तुम्ही पहिली जी बिगर प्लेट आहे ती तुम्ही फर्स्ट पोलमधून 2nd पोलमध्ये मूव करणार आहात. नेक्स्ट स्टेपमध्ये तुम्ही काय कराल, 2nd पोलमधली जी प्लेट आहे ती तुम्ही 3rd पोलमध्ये प्लेस कराल आणि लास्ट स्टेपमध्ये मूव द स्मॉलर प्लेट फ्रॉम फर्स्ट पोल टू 3rd पोल. देअरफॉर टोटल नंबर ऑफ स्टेप्स आर 3 स्टेप्स. देअरफॉर टी ऑफ 2 व्हॅल्यू इज 3 स्टेप्स. Similarly, for n is equal to 3 plates, we have 3 plates on the first pole and we are trying to move the both plates to the 3rd pole. जर तुमच्याकडे 3 प्लेट्स आहेत फर्स्ट पोलमध्ये आणि तुम्हाला ते 3ही प्लेट्स 3rd नंबरच्या पोलमध्ये प्लेस करायचे असतील तर त्या कशा करणार आहात. So first step is we move the first bigger plate to the 2nd pole, then move this plate to the 3rd pole. Same as it is, we find out the formula for t of 3 function. T of 3 is equal to 2 into t of 2 plus 1. That is t of 2 answer is 3 steps. So we put this value t of 2 is equal to 3. That is 2 into 3 plus 1 as it is. That is the t of 3 answer is 7 steps. So recursive formula for this Tower of Hanoi problem is t of n is equal to 2 into t of n minus 1 plus 1. Then the recursive formula t of n is equal to 2 raised to power n minus 1. How to find out this table? If n is equal to value 1, then t of n is also value 1. So using this formula, we just find out the value 2 raised to power n. If put the value of n is equal to 1, then 2 raised to 1 minus 1, that is 2 raised to 1 value is 2, minus 1 as it is, 2 minus 1 answer is 1. Therefore t of n answer is 1. Then 2 raised to n minus 1, then put the value of n as 2, that is 2 square minus 1, that is 4 minus 1 is equal to 3, that is t of n value is 3. Similarly, if 2 raised to n minus 1 is equal to n value is put 3, then 2 cube minus 1, that is 8 minus 1 is equal to 7. Then let us see some question. Using induction, show that t of n is equal to 2 raised to n minus 1 for n greater than is equal to 1. In that given equation, if we put the value of n as 1, then 2 raised to 1, that is 2 minus 1, answer is 1. Therefore t of 1, that is t1 is equal to answer 1. let us check for n is equal to 2. The recursive formula is power of t of n is equal to 2 into t of n minus 1 plus 1. Therefore 2 into 2 raised to n minus 1 plus 1. So use the recursive formula t of n is equal to 2 raised to n minus 1 in that term. If t of n is equal to 2 raised to n minus 1, then t of n minus 1 is equal to, answer is 2 raised to n minus 1 minus 1. Then 2 is common, 2 raised to 1 plus n minus 1. Therefore 1 plus n minus 1 plus 1 and minus 1 is cancelled. Therefore next term is 2 raised to n minus 2 plus 1, answer is minus 1, that is 2 raised to n minus 1. Hence it's proved. Next concept is Catalan numbers. Let us derive the recurrence relation for the number of ways to parenthesize the expression x1 plus x2 plus up to xn, so that only 2 terms will be added at a time. In Catalan numbers concept, let us see some example to understand the Catalan numbers concept. In that given expression x1 plus x2 up to xn, we have to parenthesize only 2 terms at a time. That is, we can bracketing the 2 terms at a time, only 2 terms, not greater than 2 terms. For example, x1 plus x2 plus x3 are 3 terms. So if we parenthesize x1 plus x2 first and then x1 plus x2 consider as one term and x3 is second term, then these 2 terms are parenthesized by one bracket. That is, this is called fully parenthesized term. But if we parenthesize as x1 plus x2 plus x3 and bracket, in that given example, if you parenthesize as 3 terms, then this is not valid, because our rule is only 2 terms will be added at a time. Then suppose the number of ways to parenthesize the expression, जे given expression दिलेला आहे x1 plus x2 up to xn, हे तुम्ही किती नंबर ऑफ वेज ने parenthesize करू शकता, असं जर तुम्हाला क्वेश्चन विचारला तर तो आपण सपोज करूया की आपण an नंबर वेजने parenthesize करू शकता, म्हणजे ब्रॅकेटिंग करू शकता. मग फॉर एक्झाम्पल a x1 च्या ऐवजी फॉर एक्झाम्पल एक कोणताही a व्हेरिएबल आहे हे कन्सिडर केलं तर तुम्ही एकच ब्रॅकेटिंग त्याला करू शकता, म्हणजे a1 इज इक्वल टू आन्सर आला 1. फॉर एक्झाम्पल 2 व्हेरिएबल्स असतील a प्लस बी, x1 प्लस x2 च्या ऐवजी इथे a प्लस बी व्हेरिएबल्स कन्सिडर करा. मग a प्लस बीला तुम्ही 2 टर्म्सला एका वेळेला पॅरेंथेसाइज करू शकता, त्यामुळे a2 इज इक्वल टू सुद्धा आन्सर येईल 1. त्याच प्रकारे जर तुम्ही a प्लस बी प्लस सी 3 व्हेरिएबल्स घेतले, म्हणजेच x1 प्लस x2 प्लस x3 हे 3 व्हेरिएबल्स जर घेतले तर ते पॅरेंथेसाइज तुम्ही टोटल नंबर ऑफ वेज 2 ने करू शकता. कसे की a प्लस बी या 2 टर्मला तुम्ही एकदा पॅरेंथेसाइज करू शकता, एकदा ब्रॅकेटिंग करू शकता, आणि सी ला परत वेगळं, म्हणजे a प्लस बी साठी एक वेज आणि सी साठी वेगळा एक वेज, म्हणजे टोटल नंबर ऑफ वेज 2 असतील, म्हणजे a3 इज इक्वल टू 2. सिमिलरली a प्लस बी प्लस सी प्लस डी म्हणजेच x1 अप टू x4 जर 4 टर्म्स दिलेल्या असतील आणि त्यांना तुम्हाला पॅरेंथेसाइज करायचं असेल तर एका फर्स्ट टर्मला पॅरेंथेसाइज करण्यासाठी तुम्हाला a1 इज इक्वल टू व्हॅल्यू माहिती आहे 1, आणि हे जे बाकीचे 3 टर्म्स आहेत त्यासाठी तुम्हाला व्हॅल्यू तुम्ही काढली होती a3 इज इक्वल टू 2, म्हणजे 2 इंटू 1 हा a1 इंटू a3 तुमच्या स्टेप्स असतील पॅरेंथेसाइजच्या 4 टर्मसाठी. तसंच a प्लस बी आणि सी प्लस डी याला तुम्ही जर पॅरेंथेसाइज केलं पहिल्या 2 a प्लस बी टर्मला आणि नंतर सी प्लस डी टर्मला, तर a2 मल्टिप्लाय बाय a2 असं पॅरेंथेसाइज करू शकता. त्यानंतर a प्लस बी याला पहिल्यांदा पॅरेंथेसाइज केलं आणि सी ही दुसरी टर्म कन्सिडर केली तर पहिल्यांदा तुम्ही याला ब्रॅकेटिंग कराल. त्यानंतर a प्लस बी प्लस सी याला पूर्ण एक ब्रॅकेट टाकलं, ही एक टर्म आणि दुसरी डी एक टर्म, अशा 2 टर्म कन्सिडर करून याला पूर्ण एक ब्रॅकेटिंग केलं. तर या 3 टर्मसाठी a3 वेज आणि या डी एका टर्मसाठी a1 वेज, म्हणजे a3 मल्टिप्लाय बाय a1 वेज ने तुम्ही सिमिलरली x1 x2 अप टू xn मायनस 1 प्लस xn हे तुमचं गिवन एक्सप्रेशन जर असेल तर याच्यामधला अर्धा टर्म म्हणजे x1 अप टू xn मायनस 1 ही एक टर्म आहे असं तुम्ही कन्सिडर केलं आणि दुसरी टर्म आहे xn, तर तुम्ही या 2 टर्मला असं पॅरेंथेसाइज करू शकता की x1 अप टू xn मायनस 2 तुम्ही एक ब्रॅकेटिंग केलं आणि xn मायनस 1 प्लस xn म्हणजे या 2 टर्मचं तुम्ही एक ब्रॅकेटिंग केलं. तर हे टोटल नंबर ऑफ वेज असतील an मायनस 2 वेज आणि याच्यासाठी टोटल नंबर ऑफ वेज असतील a2 वेज. In general, if we split up the expression into 2 sub-expressions of size n minus k and k, then we can parenthesize the expression in an minus k plus ak ways. Therefore, the recurrence relation satisfied by the an is an minus 1 into a1 plus an minus 2 into a2 up to a1 into an minus 1. Using the fact that a0 is equal to 0, if you are given initial condition a0 is equal to 0, then a1 is equal to 1. So the last equation is an is equal to an into a0 plus an minus 1 into a1 up to a0 into an. In that equation, the values variables an, a0, a1, a2, a3, these are all called Catalan numbers. Let us see some examples of recurrence relation. Suppose two candidates A and B poll the same number of votes and N each in an election. The counting of votes is usually done in some arbitrary order, and therefore during the counting process A may be lead for some period and B may be lead for some period. एखादं इलेक्शन सुरू आहे आणि त्या इलेक्शनमध्ये ए आणि बी हे दोन कॅन्डिडेट्स उभे आहेत. याच्यामध्ये कधी कधी ए चे वोट्स जास्त आहेत आणि कधी कधी काही सम पिरियडसाठी बी चे वोट्स वाढत आहेत. मग अशा वेळेला ए चे वोट आपण जर प्लस साईनने रिप्रेझेंट केले आणि बी चे वोट्स मायनस साईनने रिप्रेझेंट केले तर एन कॅटलन नंबर तुम्हाला किती नंबर ऑफ सिक्वेन्सेस प्लस आणि मायनसचे असतील, म्हणजे एन नंबर ऑफ वोट्स कुणाला मिळालेत कॅटलन नंबरचा यूज करून तुम्हाला काढायला लावलेत. तर त्यासाठी आपण कंडिशन दिलेली आहे, देर आर ॲटलिस्ट ॲज मेनी प्लसेस ॲज देर आर मायनसेस. म्हणजे तुमची प्लसची जो काही काउंट आहे तो देर आर मोर प्लसेस दॅन मायनसेस, म्हणजे मायनसेसच्या काउंटपेक्षा प्लसचा काउंट जो आहे तो जास्त असेल तर तुम्ही त्याला म्हणू शकता दिस सिक्वेन्स इज अ ॲडमिसिबल सिक्वेन्स. फॉर एक्झाम्पल, there are 8 votes are cast, 4 for A student and 4 for B student, then plus minus plus plus minus minus plus. In that given sequence, total number of pluses are 4 and total number of minuses are 4. Therefore this sequence is admissible sequence. If we drop the last 3 terms, if we delete the last 3 terms, then given sequence is plus minus plus plus minus minus, that is 3 pluses and 3 minuses. This is also admissible sequence. Then if we drop the last term in that given sequence, then the number of pluses are 4 and number of minuses are 3. That is, the number of pluses are more than number of minuses. Therefore this is also admissible sequence. Let Cn be the number of comparisons needed to sort a list of n integers. Let us find a recurrence relation for Cn. So we first find the minimum of n elements. For example, you have some list of numbers and you want to find some minimum number and maximum number in that given list. Then how many comparisons you should do to find out the maximum and minimum number. So firstly you compare, for example your list given number is 3, 2, 4, 1, 5. So firstly you compare 3, 2, in that the minimum number is 2. Then 2, 4 comparisons, minimum number is 2. Then 2, 1 comparisons, minimum number is 1. And 1, 5 comparisons, minimum number is 1. As it is, how many comparisons you should do to find out minimum number and maximum number. To find this recurrence relation, the total number of comparisons Cn is equal to recurrence relation is Cn minus 1 plus n minus 1. Let us see some example of Cn. Using recurrence relation for Cn, show that Cn is equal to 1 upon 2 into n minus 1 for n greater than is equal to 1. If n greater than is equal to 2, firstly we find out if n greater than is equal to 1, n is equal to 1 value put in this given equation. Then C1 is equal to 1 upon 2 as it is, n value put as 1, 1 into 1 minus 1 value is 0, 0 into any number answer is 0. Therefore C1 answer is, C1 value is 0. Then by using a recurrence relation of Cn is equal to, recurrence relation equation is Cn minus 1 plus n minus 1. Therefore at the place of Cn, we put the value Cn minus 1 plus n minus 1 is equal to, as it is, 1 upon 2 as it is. At the place of n, we put the value of n minus 1. So n minus 1 write down. Then again at the place of n, we put the value as n minus 1. Minus 1 as it is, then plus left hand side n minus 1 as it is, then 1 upon 2 write down as it is, n minus 1 into minus 1 answer is minus 2, therefore n minus 2, n minus 1 multiply by n minus 2 answer is n square minus 2n minus n plus 2 plus n minus 1 multiply by 2, therefore 2 into n minus 1, then next term is n square as it is minus 2n minus n minus plus answer, therefore minus 3n plus 2 as it is plus 2 into n 2n 2 into 1 minus 2, then 1 upon 2 into n square minus 3n plus 2 plus 2n minus 2 as it is, then 1 upon 2 as it is, n square as it is, minus 3n plus 2n minus plus answer is minus 3n minus 2n answer is minus n, and plus 2 and minus 2 is cancelled. Then we can write n square minus n as n into n minus 1 and 1 upon 2 as it is. Therefore, we have proved the given equation Cn is equal to 1 upon 2 into n minus 1. Then let us see some next example for Sn equation. Using the relation for Sn, show that Sn is equal to 2 raised to power n greater than is equal to 0. We observe that when we put n value as 0, then S0 is equal to 2 raised to power 0, answer is 1. Therefore, S0 is equal to answer 1. If n greater than is equal to 1, Sn is equal to 2 raised to n. Then just put the value of Sn as 2 into Sn minus 1 using Sn recurrence relation equation equal to 2 as it is, write down Sn minus 1 answer is 2 raised to power n minus 1. Therefore, 2 as it is, write down 2 raised to nothing means 1, that is 1 plus n minus 1 plus 1 minus 1 is cancelled and 2 raised to power n is remaining. Therefore, 2 raised to n is equal to Sn, that is hence is proved Sn is equal to 2 raised to. Last concept is divide and conquer relations. To solve a problem, we can partition the problem into smaller problems, find the solution to the smaller problems, and then combine the solution to find a solution for the whole problem. We can repeatedly partition the problem till we reach a stage where we can solve the problem quite easily. This approach is called the divide and conquer approach. Throughout this section, we will assume that n is equal to 2 raised to power k. In simple terms, divide and conquer relation concept is that to solve a complex problem, that is a bigger problem, we just divide this complex problem, that is big problem, into smaller partition problem, and firstly we solve these small problems and then combine this solution of these small problems and then find out the solution of the given big problem. And this concept is called divide and conquer approach. For example, consider the problem of finding the maximum and minimum number of list of n numbers. Here, let us assume that n is equal to 2 raised to k for some k to make things simple for us. Let us consider n be the number of comparisons required for finding the maximum and minimum number from the given list of n numbers. We can partition the list into two parts of size n upon 2 each. The maximum and minimum number of each of the list can be found using a n by 2 comparison. Then we can compare the minimum, that is minimum or maximum number of the list to get the minimum number through comparisons, and we will need two more comparisons, that is n formula is n is equal to 2 into a n by 2 comparisons plus 2 for n greater than is equal to 2.